Euro 2016 kicks off on Friday in France against a backdrop of security fears. 130 people died in a series of terror attacks in Paris last November, and there are concerns that this tournament will also be targeted. CCTV's Dan Williams joins us live now from Paris. And Dan, are players and fans jittery? What are you hearing?
Well, for the most part, people here in Paris are going about their normal business, but there's no doubt there is still a sense of unease here in Paris. There's not really the colour either, the atmosphere of a major football tournament that perhaps you would have expected already, although there is still time before the big kick-off. But today I was with the French national team at their training base in Clairefontaine. Now, of course, the French national team were themselves the target of one of the terrorist attack back in November, of course, when the three suicide bombers attempted to enter the Stade de France. Now, that, of course, remains very raw for most of the players, but most of the players are convinced that this tournament will still pass off safe and securely.
Surrounded by woodlands, Clairefontaine is home to the French national football team. A giant World Cup trophy sits proudly on the lawn, possibly bringing inspiration, almost certainly adding pressure. But many of the French players go into the tournament with a sense of perspective, following the terror attacks in Paris last year. 130 people died in the atrocity that saw the French team targeted. Although the tournament begins under a heightened sense of tension, the players believe fans will be safe.
I would like to reassure the fans in the stadium there is no threat of terrorism. I think the French authorities have worked very hard to make everything work the best way possible. It is a celebration above everything, and we have to have this celebration.
In all, 3 bombs exploded outside of the Stade de France in November as France played Germany. The players from both sides spent much of the night huddled in one of the dressing rooms. Pitchside reporter Frédéric Caronge was at the game. He says the tragedy had a profound impact on the French team.
The
events of last year really brought the team together. After the match against Germany, the players stayed together here. Everybody was very upset and watched the events on TV. Those memories are still fresh.
On the pitch, France go into this competition with question marks against the team. But France have also made a habit of winning tournaments on home soil, and the class of 2016 is determined to follow suit.
If people say we are the favorites, we will assume this. There isn't any problem, but the objective today is to go out to the end and to win, because we are at home, and we want to give a super competition.
If France can lift the trophy in July, it will mean much more than simply winning a football tournament.
Security then remains the key concern. It comes as the French government have released an app warning the public as well as to possible terrorist attacks, advice on how to stay safe. There is, though, some concern as to whether that could cause further panic and further misinformation. There was 30 minutes, for example, between the first and third bombing at the Stade de France. And of course, if people had left after that first bomb, they would have run straight into further trouble. What is clear, though, is that this illustrates once again the sense of unease that's here in France.
All right, CCTV's Dan Williams live for us in Paris.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.